Hello guys, we are from Group A and today we will begin our project presentation. So first we will introduce our inventor, which is me myself. My name is Shankar, and the second presenter is Nurul Hairul Uda, and third is Siti Nazira.
Okay, first thing first, we go to the introduction to our organism. The organism that we are choosing is pufferfish. Pufferfish, also called swellfish or blowfish, any of about 90 species of fishes of the family Tetrodontidae, noted for their ability when disturbed to inflate themselves so greatly with air or water that they become globular in form. Next is behavior.
So for the behavior, pufferfish is known to attack the predator or its own prey with its poisonous spines. Also, pufferfish is also a slow-moving fish. Then, when pufferfish is provoked, the pufferfish will fill up with water and expand like a balloon. So, for its final behavior, it is an aggressive fish, so it lives alone and usually do not share territory with other fishes.
For the appearance, usually the pufferfish has a bright color of its skin, such as a gray, yellow, blue, and white. It will depend on the amount of toxin produced. The more toxin produced will affecting on the color of its skin. Next, puffer will start with 1 inch and can grow until 2 feet, and its weight can be between 20 to 30 pounds. When they feel treated, they will puff it up until 3 or 4 times than the actual size. And their weight will depend on the amount of water ingested. Puffer was a scaleless and it have a spine on their skin, and it acts as the defense mechanism. In their spine, they don't have an actual size. So maksudnya macam dia ada yang panjang, dia ada yang pendek. Dia tak ada the actual size lah. Macam tak ada specific size untuk dia punya spine tu. And in their spines will contain the toxin, which is the tetrodotoxin. Okay. For its fin, they have a four fin, which is the pectoral, dorsal, anal, and caudal fin. Pectoral fin located behind its gills, and dorsal and anal fin will in a vertical line, dorsal at the upside and anal with the downside, and the caudal fin as their tail. Usually, it will use the combination of these four fins to move. And lastly, it has a four teeth and sharp beak. Usually, they use their teeth and beaks to break the hard shell so they can eat the organism inside it. Puffer usually eat the mollusks and crustaceans. As it grows until that's 2 feet size, as I mentioned before, the teeth also grow. But at the one point, the teeth has grown too long and they cannot break the hard shell, and it will cause them starving and they will die.
So, let's talk about its defensive mechanism. Pufferfish has a unique defensive mechanism. It will puff off upon being threatened. Uh, its stomach has a special lining which is large and fold back into itself within a enlarged cavity in the peritoneum. When it's been threatened, it will inflate rapidly by pumping water into its stomach. It will cause the stomach to expand into a peritoneal space and the stomach unfold to fill the gaps. The fish will then balloon up and the spine on the skin surface will stick out. It will make it unattractive meal and causing the predator to be afraid and do not attack the fish.
Okay, next is we go to the characteristic. Okay, first one is their eyesight. They have excellent eyesight, which is helpful scouting food or detecting predators early. Next is their toxicity. They contain a neutral toxin called tetrodotoxin, which is the way they are named for their toxin. Next is their diet, mostly invertebrates and algae. Large specimens will even crack open and eat clams, mussels, and shellfish with their hard beaks, like Huda said earlier. Next is their reproduce and maturity. At the age of 5, pufferfish reach maturity and they are ready to reproduce. For their sensitivity, pufferfish are more sensitive to water variation than other fish and tend to be more at risk for diseases. For their distribution, these fish can be found in all of the warm region of the world. And whether they prefer saltwater or fresh water, most type like to live in shaded area with plenty of cover. This typically means coral reef, reed cover marshes, and anywhere else where water and vegetation coincide.
For the function, we create the bubbles where to prevent and protect our body from the serious injuries either in land or sea. So when we are doing an extreme activity, we have our safety. In danger situation, the user needs to pull the cord to make sure it's inflated so that we can floating on the surface.
Okay, so for the engineer lineups, we have Tenabila, Muhammad Akif Irwan, and me, Imanur Atia. So let's move to the source of idea. So our inspiration for our project or source of ideas comes from the pufferfish one-of-a-kind ability. So all pufferfish have one thing in common, which is their propensity to puff up, which gives them their name. So when they puff up, they draw air into their stomachs to appear bigger and also to form a round ball-like shape to shield themselves from predator. Then we wondered if we could improve on the traditional inflatable life jackets or personal flotation devices (PFDs) to keep the wearers safe and secure for a longer time. So this revolutionary device inspired pufferfish can be used as an inflatable life jacket that helps a person wear it to float on the surface water and also can be used to avoid severe accident by acting as a shock absorber for the wearer, similar to the water ball or Zork, the huge inflatable sphere that allows people inside it to walk across the surface of the water. Let's move to the material. Next.
So, the material we used to, which is we construct from polyvinyl chloride, PVC, 0.8 until 1.8 millimeter thick, and second material is thermoplastic polyurethanes, which is TPU or made from PVC TPU mix. Polyvinyl chloride, PVC is cost effective and versatile thermoplastic polymer. That is widely used in the building and construction industry to make door and window profiles. And the thermoplastic polyurethanes TPU. TPU is an abbreviation for thermoplastic and a type of plastic made from polyurethane that was invented by B.F. Goodrich, and that material many unique properties. It has a wide range of applications. Next.
Nah. 1, 2, 3. Okay. From the information that has been given by the inventor, in order to pufferfish, we as an engineer create some design question, which means how might the life jacket to puff up during the unwanted incident in the seawater. From broad to narrow design question, we save the seawater using life jacket. And then the narrow one is how might we trigger the life jacket to puff up for long lasting. So according to the narrow design question, we construct the function of the blueprint, which means don't last and stable in seawater if compared to the normal life jacket. So for the context of the blueprint, the color is orange, and we have sensor that function to give signal to the life jacket to puff up. For the design super system that has shown in the slide, We use ocean as our major system because they provide nutrient and water to us. So in of the super system, there are two types of subsystem, which mean a system of interest and parallel system. So for the blueprint, we take pufferfish as our decision making as they have special characteristic. As we know, puff out. Due to special characteristic, we construct and doing improvement to normal life jacket that mean are more long lasting in seawater. So as we know that normal life jacket can survive at least 4 hours in water. So this next slide. So this is the gas blueprint that we want to construct. It has sensor to trigger the gas within the life jacket to puff up. So we can see in the picture below, at the left picture, it's shown that the inner life jacket, when the life jacket has triggered, the gas will fill up automatically during the impact. So as you might be asking, how does it work? So next slide. So you guys can see in the picture below, it shown the sequences of the before incident and the final incident. So I pass to the next engineer.
Okay. Then for the price, we assume that the price of this life jacket is to be around 800 ringgit to 1000 ringgit. This is because we look at the highest quality material of the jacket and perfect from many aspects such as features, effectiveness, comfortness, that is a utility what a long-term life jacket brings to the table. So even though this life jacket come at substantial price, or I might say it quite pricey and might not be the best option for everyone, but this life jacket could be such a life changer in this modern world. Okay, next.
So the advantage is can float on the surface water for a longer period of time, better than typical life jacket. And the second advantage, it can protect people from serious injuries when falling from a different height due to technical problems. Of some activities such as skydiving, bungee jumping, gliding and gliding, helicopter towers, hot air balloon, indoor skydiving, microlight flying, and paragliding. So disadvantage for is a disadvantage for this product. Unlike the bubbleware, will prone to leak when exposed to sharp objects, or they are slight leaking due to storage and handling problem. And second disadvantage, it takes time for the jacket to shrink to its normal size.
So this shows our references used in our project, and that's all from us. Thank you.